if you are struggling in the United States of America right now because of one reason or the other, the only thing I want to make very, very clear to you is that no matter east or west, home is where the mind is. Anywhere that you call home, that's where your mind is going to be at. So if you find that your mind is at home in the United States, brace yourself. If you find out that you are homesick in Nigeria, I want to let you know that the transition between Nigeria and the United States is not for the faint of heart. A lot of the people, as you may have found out, that may have made it, there are some people who were in the United States and they did not mean well about the system. And while they were there, they did everything humanly possible to do what I see in the hands of somebody like what the current administration is doing when they are deporting people right, left, and yonder. Everything they are deporting people right, left, and yonder about is real. They are any foreigner in the foreign man's land have a tendency to know better than those who are on the ground there. And as such, they generally speaking have that advantage to be able to do and undo. And if you are doing an undo, like the work we currently know about the current sitting and president of our country, what the damage he did while he was there is real. Even myself, who didn't even know what I was up against, who had a birth defect. At the same time, it was exacerbated with short attention span. And that was the reason why I left Nigeria because I didn't want to be cut off to be what you call a stepping stone, which means all my counterparts have they were able to go through what you call education, which at that time the only thing that was in our head was that education or wealth, which is better. You had to say everybody was choosing education. And at this point in time now, that has been flipped over upside down because those who choose wealth are in the front of us right now. So what I'm saying is that while you are in the diaspora and because you're doing some kind of what you call a little bit of soul searching, and you are not 100% sticking to the ground there, and you see how Trump is trying to root out everybody there. That is real. That we need to do very much about when inside Nigeria. As I'm going on the record on that. That is how they got us. They got us through what you call they come in here and then they usurp us and then did us damage and took us in, and now we are now at the bottom of the barrel. So if the administration there in America is getting rid of people, because I just read a, an article about how somebody called Perez Alejandro was deported, and the wife has to go and meet with him and two of the children in Mexico, and they are there now. I was now feeling that even if myself, who didn't know what I was doing here, and I was afraid that I was not educationally going to be able to get to the next level, and I went abroad. And when I got there, I found out that the place was just not as I thought it was going to be, but at the same time, I stick it out, and I did not do any damage while I was there. And I came back home now. So if you are in the diaspora, if you are a Nigerian, if you are an African American, you want to go abroad, I am the one to talk to because dated back to primordial time, there were people of the Western, whether the Eastern or the Middle Easterners or everybody that came to Africa and took a lot of the information we have and went to go start using it against us abroad. So I'm telling you now that if you are there and you're having what you call a minor hiatus, I am your guy. And I will be able to help you out while you are back here because since I did not get any help from system there because did not, I believe that there was something wrong, and I did not want to do anything immoral or fattening, which in a way would have breached the common decency of what they had when they wrote my immigration contract to give me a visa and come back there. Like, for example, getting married to a woman to stay there. Those are all illegal and all stuff like that. So I am back again to square one. If you are in the diaspora and you are thinking of returning back to Nigeria, a lot of the people that have made it back here, and the word made is in quote and unquote. We're talking about, some person is a senator, somebody is a president, somebody is this. It's not different from somebody like Netanyahu, BB, who went abroad and did an MBA in America. When he came back to Israel, became what you call a powerhouse. No, is he different from somebody like Madeleine Albright, who was a foreigner who became a powerhouse in the United States? Or is she different from someone like Obama, whose mother took abroad to make places like Malaysia or Indonesia or something like that and came back to become president? So the point I'm making is that if you are thinking of coming back to Nigeria, I'm your go-to guy. So you can call me, and what you can do is to watch this video from the top to the bottom. Don't switch, don't drop at the middle of it. And I'm no longer going to be stressing too much about, hey, give me a like, subscribe. I want a lot of watch hour, because what I now find out, the algorithm world in which we are currently living in is nothing more than what they say. The creator is not important. What is important is those I am creating the content for, which is you. And they are saying you are the content, you are the people, because it's like, let me give you an example. In Nigeria right now, they said 36 governors, and 30 of them have already decamped to APC. Okay? Those governors are one in every state. The only thing that matters to them is one single vote. So if APC has don't do all their addition and subtraction and their math, and they are thinking that that single governor can be able to swing an election, they may be up for a big one. So let me take that back one more step. I'm saying that if you are coming back, if it has crossed your mind, I'm not talking about those of you who are crooks. I know that the whole world is made of 99.99% of crooks anyway, but I'm talking about those who are thinking in their right mind and saying that they are there, they have done everything humanly possible, and they have not done any damage to the system, and they're thinking of coming back. If you are not in the same position where I was, where I had a birth defect, I lost my dad when I was young, and my mom, we had to try to kind of piece out together to be able to carry the weight and stuff like that. You are going to need an advice of people like me. I did not plan this out. This is how it's turning out. And I'm glad this is how it's turning out, because it is not for the faint of heart. You're going to come in here and you're going to think, hey, I'm going to come in and then start acting like if a policeman tells you are driving and a policeman stop you, you start talking to them. I said, I'm an American. I'm an American, stuff like that. You have an ego, they'll shoot you and they'll kill you. So you need somebody like me who's going to be able to take you through all the minutiae. And think I'm capable of doing that for you. And if you think you're going to need that kind of help, what I want you to do is to watch this video from top to the bottom. You can still do your like, you can still do your subscription, you can still do your comments and everything, your argument, everything, and put it in there. But let me say, and I want to say that today's video is for my brothers and sisters in the diaspora. And at that point, I'm talking about diaspora from the angle of those those African American who wants to come to Africa. And what I want to be? I'm going to be your to-go guy. I am. My phone number is 234, which is Nigerian area code 7033627981. You can text me and I'll be able to return your call. Matter of fact, I got a call today, and the call was like, as soon as I said, this is Ogesoban Akena, Ogesoban Akena, the person hung up, who is this? Who is this? Ogesoban. The person may have got my number through what you call my broadcasting, but the person did chicken out without having to follow to say, I made a call to you because I wanted to talk to you because I've got your number through the social media and stuff. He didn't do that. And I'm not going to push the person, but I might call back in the future and say, yeah, I got a call from you, but I don't know where it's coming from. So it is going to be https://www.azimikoko.com. That's my landing page. You'll be able to order my book there, and you'll be able to put your information there to say, if you have technological pain point, I'll be able to solve any of your problem. It doesn't matter. Whatever technological pain point, whether you are Nigeria. Because there was a time when Obasanjo called somebody. I hear him talking about, I called him. Obasanjo was calling people. President does call people. I want you to know that there's a call that President does call people to find out what he can do to be able to get their own system or the promise they made to the voters to be able to become permanent. Again, Azimi, AZIMIKOKO26@gmail.com. I am forever grateful to you guys because I want to see whether Nigerian can work during our lifetime. We are going to make it work. We're not bad off. We're really good. We're in good hands. Again, my name is Okisoba Idara. Thank you so much.